and welcome to the review section of Unit 6. And just to give you another summary of what was discussed in this article as well, we discussed is that it's about a company called Moderna. And specifically, one of their board members was appointed to lead the Operation Warp Speed that the White House put together to kind of find a coronavirus vaccine. Appoint.
Appoint.
There were some also additional concerns when some of the board members sold off, I think, around $161 million of their shares in the company, making some people a little bit concerned or possibly like, what's going on with this vaccine?
A little dodgy.
Right. Are they profiting now because it's not going well? So there's a lot of concerns about that. But off to a different topic of vaccines. And when you were a child, what were your memories regarding vaccinations?
I obviously can't remember the really early ones when I was a baby, but I do remember in primary school, that would be like your elementary school, I suppose. We all had to line up in a row, all the classes, and a nurse was there and they gave us like a shot in the arm. What about you?
The last time I remember getting a vaccination was, I think it was middle school. Now, I also, like you, don't remember the very young ones, which typically is the most vaccinations you receive. I do remember getting the last, I think it was the last polio vaccination.
Oh, yes.
I think it was like when you're 11 or 10, something
Oh,
like that.
that's probably what we got. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I remember where the injection happened, it swelled up like a softball, in my arm. And I had a fever for 3 days. But then I got better. I didn't have any other.
Had quite a reaction to
it. So I was one of the few that had some, side effects and other reactions. And that kind of raises a concern about potential, coronavirus vaccinations that could come out into this year, most likely next year. Would you be willing to get it if you were to experience mild symptoms, or are you concerned about those symptoms at all?
If I got the symptoms after the vaccine?
Right.
Well, I suppose if the vaccine was to fight it, if the symptoms were just symptoms and not actually getting it, I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously, if there's a chance of actually getting it because of the vaccine, I'm like, why bother? I'm like, no, thank you.
Right.
Then no.
Yeah, and so that's the concern some people have is if these vaccinations are not truly effective and your body doesn't produce these antibodies that, even though it revolutionizes vaccination and potentially protects you in the future from this this virus, people are worried about the side effects.
Right.
Revolutionize.
Revolutionize.
There seems to be lingering or long side effects of feeling tired, headaches, and soreness. So a lot of people are concerned about that.
Right.
But hopefully they can find a vaccine. Hopefully it works.
Fingers crossed.
We'll have to wait and see. But until then, hope to see you on the next section. And that's it for the review section. Take care.